Welcome back to On the Chancel Steps. Gift giving. Gift giving is a huge part of the Christmas season. In fact, Christmas is known as the season of giving. The time of year when we bake a little bit extra, or if we make things with our hands, we make a little bit extra, or we purchase a few extra things to send them as gifts to friends and families and neighbors alike. It's the time of year where we give and receive. In fact, most of our traditions that are connected to the Christmas season that are outside of the church are all centered around gathering together and giving people gifts. Except gift giving can also be a bit problematic, can't it? What if you don't have enough to give? What if you show up to a party, for example, and you were only able to give a little thing compared to the person next to you who has given a lot? There can be a lot of added stress in this season to quote-unquote keep up with the Joneses, right? To produce and to give as much as we can, even if it breaks our banks. I've heard of lots of experiences where parents give so much to their children in the Christmas season because they want them to have that perfect Christmas, and yet it puts them into financial ruin for the rest of the year. Gift giving can absolutely be a wondrous way to show your appreciation to the people around you, but it can also be a very complicated piece of this season. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, wait a second, I thought that you said that this was On the Chancel Steps, the Advent edition. Why are you talking about gift giving? Well, I'm talking about gift giving because there is a very important part of our Advent season that takes place in the church every single year that we call White Gift Sunday. Now, we talk about it. We name it from the pulpits, we hear about it in our newsletter, and we all say, oh yes, it's White Gift Sunday. I have to bring something that Sunday, or I have to make sure that my collection is to the church on time in these COVID times when we're not meeting in person. But how many of us actually know what White Gift Sunday means? In front of you on our altar table are two white gifts. Two boxes of different sizes, both of them wrapped in plain white paper. There's no way of telling what's inside of them. These white gifts have quite the history. The history of the white gift service, or the white envelope service as it's known in some denominations, dates back to Painesville, Ohio in 1903. In that year, a woman was troubled by her children arguing over the value of different gifts. She suggested that they, together with other children of the Sunday school who were bringing gifts to church for those in need, should wrap the gifts in white paper. The uniformity of decoration would then obscure the gift's value. The idea then allowed everyone to participate in the joy of giving without regard to economic status. Now, as I've already mentioned, the liturgical significance of the white gift is that it enables everyone to participate. It becomes a very inclusive practice where those that have lots to give can give, and those who have little can still give. It reminds me of that scripture passage from the Gospels where Jesus is in the temple and watching people place coins into the temple offering. And some people come and put lots of coin into that offering. Some of them even make a big show of it. But then a widow comes and drops all that she has into the offering box. Makes no show, just simply walks away. And Jesus remarks that she has given more than all of them. The idea of a gift is that it comes from the heart. It doesn't matter what size it is. It doesn't matter what's in the box. What matters is that you've taken the time to think of someone else and that you've offered them what you can. So now you know a little bit about the history of White Gift Sunday, but you might still be asking yourselves, really, what does it matter? What does it matter if I bring a gift to the church that, like this one, is wrapped in white paper, or if I just bring the gift in and set it down under the tree? It really doesn't matter, does it? Well, to answer that question, I'd like to invite you to think of a time when maybe you were invited to a Christmas party. And at that Christmas party, you were going to do a gift exchange. Now, not the type of gift exchange where you pulled somebody's name or you had an agreed upon limit, but it's just simply one of those gift exchanges where maybe there's a set limit or maybe there isn't, but everybody brings a gift. And one person begins by opening a gift, and everybody sees what they opened, and then the next person is given a choice. They get to choose whether to steal that opened gift or to open a new gift themselves. And this continues until all of the gifts are open and then everybody has a gift in hand. Now, in some cases, you then do one more round where people get to steal another round or another gift. And so then at the end, everybody gets a gift, but there are usually one or two gifts that are really fought over, because they seem to be more valuable. Now, in our friends' traditions and in our family traditions, this is fun. This is a kind of an exciting way to celebrate the Christmas season. It's a fun way to do gift giving. But I'd like to invite you to think for a moment about being invited to a party like that and being invited to bring a gift, and your gift maybe isn't as elaborate as some of the other ones. Maybe that year was a bit of a tough year for you and your family, and so you didn't have a lot of extra income. And so rather than purchasing a gift, maybe you made a gift. Maybe you made an ornament from the tree, kind of like these made ornaments here. Now, if you went to the gift and you wrapped this up, this ornament, and you placed it into a box and it went under the tree or onto the table where everyone got to pick, and the very first person that opened up their gift opened up a gift and they pulled out 2 tickets to an Oilers game. Now the next person stole the Oiler tickets, and so then that person picked another gift, and this time they picked yours and they picked this homemade ornament. Now my guess is, in that moment, maybe that ornament would be stolen a couple of times, but likely it wouldn't be. Likely those hockey tickets would be the thing that everybody would be striving for. And at the end of the night, somebody would be left with your ornament. Now, the ornament is beautiful. It's a wonderful gift. It came from the heart, just the same as the hockey tickets came from the heart. But in that moment, I want to invite you to think about how you might feel watching your gift kind of get sloughed off while everybody else's gifts were fought over. This is why in the church we practice the White Gift Sunday. It becomes, like I've already said, an inclusive practice where somebody who has very little can still contribute what they can compared to somebody who maybe has a bit more. And when we place these white gifts under the tree, we have no idea what's inside of these packages. And what matters is not what's inside them, but what matters is that we were able to offer something. Now, the beauty of the United Church is that, to me, no matter what you can give, even if you can't give anything, you still get to be part of the community. And this is just one of those ways where we practice that inclusive message. That even if you can't give something, you're still welcome. You're still part of this wonderful community, this wonderful family of faith. And so that's why we practice White Gift Sunday. That's why we take one Sunday out of our Advent season to offer whatever gifts we can to support and care for people in our wider community. And we wrap them in such a way so that nobody knows what's in there. And in that way, all of the gifts that we bring have the same value. Thanks for joining me again, and hopefully we'll see you next week.